listen to you guys. But before I start, I'd like to know a little bit about you as individuals, as a couple. So anyone can begin.
Would you like to go first?
Sure. I'm 35. We've been together for 3 years. We don't have any kids. And that's basically it. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, I'm 36. We've been together 3 years. What else do you want to know? I've work in a business, work quite long hours. In my free time, I like to, work out, do sport, eat nice food. Hobbies like that, like watching movies, reading books, that kind of thing.
What are
Anything else?
your hobbies?
I don't have that many hobbies just because I'm so busy. We're both very career oriented but hobbies, what do I like to do? Basically in my free time spend time with him sometimes. And listen to music, relax. I like to give myself some time too. And that's it.
Okay, that's great. So what brings you guys in today?
I guess the main problem is, or from my perspective, is not getting enough intimacy recently.
How recent would you say, what do you feel like that is?
Well, the last few months, it seems like she's always busy with work or tired, busy, tired. And sometimes I feel like there's not so much time, for me. And we don't have sex as much as I would like, as much as we used to.
So what was it like before? How often did you guys before?
Initially it was fine. I don't know, what, 4 times a week? Maybe.
Something like that, yes.
That was okay. Like at the start, I had no complaints. Certainly, it was great. It's like she was always available to me, and but recently, less so, and that's important to me. If we can't have sex, that's a problem for me.
And how do you perceive the problem?
I feel like we do have sex. He thinks we don't have enough. But we're both busy people. He works a lot. I work a lot too. He gets home at a different time. I get home at a different time, and I'm exhausted. My job requires a lot of me, a lot of time, a lot of hours, and him too. He wants to go home and be sexual, and I kind of just want to go to bed or lay down. So that's how I see it.
Do you see a difference from now to a few months ago in your sex life?
Yeah, I mean, I doubt how he said we probably had like 4 times or more, being intimate or having sex in the beginning of a relationship was quite often. But I mean, I would think that in a relationship, as you become more committed, that it would decrease. I mean, when in the beginning you're like having fun, you're enjoying each other's presence, so I don't really see I see the difference from like having sex 4 times a week to 1 to close to none a week, but I just don't think it's that important.
So you feel like it's normal for couples to kind of slowly decrease in their sexual activity.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, even marriages, I think it decreases over time. It's not as spontaneous or as active, or since, in the beginning of the relationship, it's different.
And how do you see relationships in regards to that?
Yeah, well, kind of the same but different, I guess. I feel like, yeah, that's probably true. Like, it probably does go down a bit with time and maybe just naturally as you get older as well. But, so yeah, I agree with that. But but at the same time, there's a certain level that I don't want it to go below,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be like super controlling about it, like we have to do it like X amount of times in this time period. But it is important to me, and 0 times a week is not enough for me, I guess.
Is it 0 times a week that you guys?
Well, some weeks.
Some weeks.
At times, yeah.
Okay.
But I guess maybe I'm just listening to what you said now. Actually, I guess maybe part of it is that maybe there is just an inherent difference. Maybe I just want it more, and maybe it's more important to me than it is to you. I don't know.
Okay. So I see that you might be thinking that it's more important to you. Do you feel this way? Do you feel like it's more important to him?
I think so. I think he sees it. I mean, it's the start of every argument, and it's kind of like what we're clashing on, because he does want it more than I do. I feel like it's very important to him, and I kind of feel like it's just not that important anymore. I mean, we're grown, we're in a relationship, like we should be able to go with or without it.
So how do those arguments usually start?
Well, I guess it's starting with me, right? Because I want to have sex and try to initiate it. It often these days doesn't go down. It doesn't work. And then I'm not angry exactly, but obviously I'm not happy with it, and I don't know what's the right word. I get like, well, I guess maybe I do get a bit angry sometimes. Like, I know, of course, obviously you don't have to have sex. It's totally up to you whether you do or not. But to me, it is important, and so I react to that, and then I guess what I say makes you angry as well, and then it kind of goes into an argument, I guess, and then that's not good for either of us. Is that, or do you see it differently? I don't know.
No, it's the same thing. I mean, he tries to initiate, and I'm kind of like, I'm tired. I don't want to today. I just, want to shower, go to bed, and relax, or, and so he'll just make a comment. Like, he won't be angry, but he's, like he said, he'll be unhappy, and he'll make a comment, we don't have sex enough, or just any small comment, and that's where an argument begins, or that's where we go to sleep mad or not talking.
I guess thinking like, I guess there's two things. Like, yeah, I'm kind of pissed off. Well, not like I'm not happy about not being able to have sex, but at the same time, just thinking about it now, I guess my idea is that, if you know that something's that important to me, then my idea is, if it's something that's really important to me, like if it was something that was really important to you, I would like to try and do that for you. Maybe not all the time, but at least like as much as I could, or like quite a lot of the time. I guess that's maybe my expectation.
Okay. So you feel like if she was in your position, you would want to give her what she wanted. Is that correct?
It basically, yeah, like not all the time.
Mhm.
Like if I was really exhausted or if I had a really important presentation the next morning, maybe not that time. But in general, yeah, I
Okay.
would try to as much as I could or quite a lot. Yeah, not all the time, but yeah.
Okay. I guess a question I have for you is, why do you feel like it's changed your your desire to have sex? Why do you feel?
Well, I think we both know the reason to that, right? And so, you know, I just think besides that we're so busy, I think I just stopped. My desire changed. He had an affair before. So, you know, I think after that, it just changed dramatically. I mean, my desire to want to be intimate with him.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an affair, really. It was just a one-time thing. You know, I didn't do it. It wasn't like a long-term affair or something I did deliberately or strategically. It just happened one time, and yeah, obviously that was a terrible mistake by me. But you know, I've apologized for it, obviously as I should, because it was a really bad, you know, terrible thing to do. Well, but I didn't do it deliberately, but it was a terrible thing to do. And I've apologized for it, and it's in the past. But it's still there, like always. It feels like it's still hanging over me, and I don't know what, you know, what more I can do. Yeah, obviously I was completely in the wrong, but like, it's in the past, but we can't put it in the past.
So you would hope that because you've said you've asked for forgiveness, that it could just go back to normal. Is that correct? Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that could?
It sounds unreasonable when you say it like that, but yeah, not quite that simple. But basically, yeah, I guess it takes some time. Like you can't just be, oh, okay, then that's fine then, just like. But yeah, you know, I apologized and admitted that I was wrong and I made a stupid mistake. And yeah, sure, I would absolutely hate it if it happened the other way around, definitely. But you know, it's not ongoing. I stopped it, and I would like to think that we could get over it and get back to normal, but it's not. It's not going like that.
So you mentioned that you know that these things take time to get back to normal. Do you feel like you've given her the amount of time that she needs for it to normalize, if possible?
Well, I just feel like it's not normalizing. You know, like it's not getting better over time. Yeah. Like
Do you hold that same belief that over time things can?
I don't know. I mean, even though he said he's apologized for it, I mean, it doesn't erase what I felt when I found out. Like, it doesn't erase the anger, the hurt, the betrayal I felt from him. It just doesn't go away. And as much as I, you know, try to forget about it, I mean, it's still there. The thought that he was capable of doing something like that, you know, betraying me, my trust, and being unfaithful, whether it was one time or it would have been a continuous affair, I see it the same way. It was cheating once or continuous affair. It doesn't matter. Like, he betrayed everything that we had, and he broke everything that we had built. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to get any better. I mean, I want it to get better, but my feelings are still there.
So you do want would like to try to work this out.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I still love him. It doesn't change the fact that, you know, it changed my love for him. Obviously, I'm still in the relationship with him. I still want to be with him. I would want to work it out, but I feel like my feelings are not getting any better. The desire of me trying to be sexual with him has not changed.
And do you guys feel like this has changed anything else in the relationship, or just the sex?
I guess I was just thinking when you were talking, like it seems like we're thinking about it in different ways. Like to me, it was, a terrible thing to do, and I can't apologize enough. But it was just a one-time mistake. Like it seems to me it would be a lot worse if it was something I was doing deliberately, over time again and again and again, rather than I was just stupid one time. But I kind of, hearing you say like it's kind of broken everything we had, I guess I wasn't thinking about it like that.
And how do you feel about his different view on it?
I mean, I think it's a little selfish, to be honest, just to think that you can commit a mistake and see it like, oh, it's a mistake. I made a boo-boo. Let me erase it. It's okay. Because I'm sure if I would have made that mistake, he would have felt the same thing. Like it kind of everything just kind of falls apart after that. So yeah, it's not okay. I feel, that he sees it that way. That it's just only one mistake and it's okay. I mean, it'll get better and everything will work itself out. I mean, I'm sure it will get better and work itself out, but at the moment it hasn't. It hasn't been for a while. If, he's obviously wants to be more intimate and I have no desire as much as I used to.
I guess I'm thinking like, I want to make it right, but what can I do? Like what can I do to make it right?
Have you guys attempted any solutions to the problem, or is it just more you just back away when he is trying to start the
did you want to talk?
Well, I just thought, I guess I could have been more understanding about her feelings of not wanting to, maybe I was a bit selfish.
So I hear that you're really listening to her and really understanding how she feels. How else, how is that affecting the whole problem in general for you?
Well, as I say, I guess I was, like hearing her say it like that, it does make me sound kind of the bad guy, right? And like I was selfish, which I guess I was. And I should have seen things more from your perspective and been more understanding. But still, it's, however sorry I am, it's happened, and I want to make it good again, but I'm not sure how. What can I do?
Do you feel like you can answer that question?
Yeah, I just feel like there's a different intimacy that he can target, not specifically sex right now, but just, I guess just, wanting to be more affectionate and caring and understanding of my feelings, and I think I'm longing to feel that before I can want to have the desire to have sex with him. You know, I feel like there's more to build up again, you know, so kind of construct everything that kind of fell apart.
So, just to be clear, you want to do small steps to get to back to where you guys were. That's where you feel that's where you would feel comfortable. That's what you would feel comfortable with. And that's also a possible solution to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's correct. That's what I'm thinking about.
Sorry, I keep coughing.
It's okay. And do you feel like you could do those small steps?
Yeah, I thought that sounds like a good idea. I'm not against that at all. I guess I'm just not very good at like thinking of stuff like that myself. So I don't know. I mean, could you make a list for me? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like what? For example, like what kind of things?
I mean, just in general, like more affectionate. I mean, not just get home and be like,
Let's
you know,
get it
just
on.
trying to get in my pants, you know, and sleep together. I think there's stuff that he could build. Obviously, we're both busy people, but maybe like, you know, making a dinner and just having that kind of intimacy before I can even have the desire to be sexual. So just affectionate, a carrying notes, I don't know. I mean, things that he used to do of when we were first dating. I mean, how do you build that sexual intimacy when you're first dating? Well, you do those nice things. And I think we're both busy people. We lost track of that, but having the whole him being unfaithful kind of made us back up a little. Well, made me specifically back up my connection with him.
How are you feeling about her possible solution?
Yeah, well, two things. Yeah, I think it sounds good to me. I'm not against that at all. I feel like I need some. Maybe I should be more proactive from my side as well. But I feel like I need some guidance. But so yeah, basically good. But at the same time, my idea is, and maybe I'm wrong, but my idea, like you were saying, we're both busy. Like several times, we're both busy. But I feel like, you know, no matter how busy we are, if it's really important to a woman, she will make time for that. You know what I mean? The thing that's like really important. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But
Well, I noticed you kind of have some emotion to that. What?
Because it's going back to what he said. He's saying if it's important enough for a woman, she would make time. But I thought we made it clear, you know, that it was important to him. And it's just not as important for me right now.
right, yeah. So you don't want to do it. But I guess it is largely my fault.
I still see a lot of tension between you guys. Am I correct? I feel like so for you,
Yeah.
you say that you are okay with her solutions of going, you know, slowly building up.
Yeah.
How would that? Would you be okay with that? Seeing as you always want sex, could you totally?
I mean, I don't always want sex,
No,
but,
no.
Yeah, but yeah, I take it.
Sorry, excuse me, wrong phrasing. But could you not have sex for a while just to build that that intimacy again?
Yeah, I guess if there's the promise of future sex. yeah. I mean,
So only.
I sound like such a bad guy, huh? Yeah, but yeah, I would totally be willing to do that. I guess I should do it anyway, really, huh?
Should you?
I guess so. Yeah, I think I should.
Why do you think you should?
Well, to show that you care about the other person, right? Yeah, I'm not against that at all. I could definitely make an effort to do more stuff like that. Like if you tell me specifically what you want me to do.
I mean, I'm not sure how specific you want me to be. I don't even know if me telling
Like
you,
you
if
want
me
me to
giving
make
you,
dinner or give you a massage or
yeah,
do
but then
chores for you or like what? Or all of it or
no, but I guess making a list and telling you what to do, I feel is not really coming from you.
right.
It's not. You're just doing it because I'm telling you a list. This is what I want. I mean, I don't want you to.
Yeah, but that's because I want to do what you want, right? But I'm just not necessarily. I don't want to do the wrong thing.
I don't think you'll do the wrong thing. I just think it'd be a little different if it was coming from you.
Right, you
like,
want it to come from me spontaneously.
yeah, like I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't feel like this is you have to make up for the bad that you did. So here's a list. Like, I don't want it like that. Like, I don't want to just throw a notebook at you and just be like, have a checklist.
Right.
I would want to just what you think would build up that intimacy between us, you know, to get to that level or build the trust or build a communication, like what you think we should do too.
Yeah, well,
Not just me.
trust is a different thing, right? That's a different. Yeah, I want to do that and build that intimacy, but I kind of feel like no matter what I do, you don't trust me as well now. And I can understand why that is, but I don't know what I can do about it.
I don't know if there's anything specific like that you can do. I think trust just comes in
Just takes
time.
more time.
I think the trust part is like how you said it's different and it just takes more time that will come. I mean, if we're speaking like just of like sexual intimacy, like sex, then I think, you know, that's just building up that connection that we had.
So it sounds like it's not just intimacy, but the trust needs to be built up again. Is that correct?
Or is it maybe that you need the trust to have the intimacy?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible, but I've always seen it as, yeah, I mean, it's possible that that's probably what I'm needing, that trust, to be built again before I feel like I can just for my sexual love with you to be genuine and truly feel that, not just kind of like, oh, we're just doing it because we need to hit one time this week.
Yeah,
You know?
It's not very romantic, huh? So
Do you have something to?
I'm just trying to think. So you want me to do more like spontaneously affectionate stuff, and then trust will increase over time, and then with trust more sex.
I mean, yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, like, I don't see trust that can be built like automatically. I don't see it like that. I think trust just comes overseeing your actions, you know? You going to work, you say you're at work and you're at work. You go to a business trip and you take your business trip and you were faithful, like, you know, like that just comes over time with your actions. I think so. Yeah, it would make me more comfortable and more, you know, want to be romantically involved with you or sexually involved with you again. Just building that trust and the communication, and by you doing little things to be more affectionate, I mean, that increases the chances of us being sexual.
And I want to do that, but you say communication, so I want you. It would make it easier for me if you communicate to me what you want as well. You know, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like you needed to communicate these things to him in the beginning of the relationship? Do you feel like it was such an effort, or it just happened? He just did it himself.
No, I mean, in the beginning of the relationship, when we wanted to be together, I mean, like any other couple, he was initiating a lot of things, you know, setting up dinner and let's go to this restaurant, and bringing flowers and just showing, you know, that he liked me, he was into me, that, and obviously that made me feel some type of way. That made me feel happy, wanted, like he wanted me. So he was doing those things on his own.
So it sounds like she needs to start all over again in the relationship,
Right.
to, you know, build that. How do you feel about that? Would you be able to do that?
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of feel.
Seems a little like you're having trouble with knowing how to do that.
Yeah, but just listening to her talk now, I kind of feel ashamed for not doing it already. Actually, like I should already be doing it. So yeah, I can. Yeah, I would like, not just I can try and do more of that stuff. Yeah, I would like to anyway. Yeah.
So it does sound like both of you would like to try. You know, both of you need to. Both of you want the same thing, so that's really great. I guess I just want to be sure that you guys can, for you to understand, it's going to take a little time for her.
Yeah.
And, you know, for you to communicate with him, not the specifics, but communicate what you need from him this point forward.
Yeah, and if I'm not doing stuff, it's like, it's not because I don't want to, or that I don't want to, please you and make you feel wanted, but it's maybe just that, like, I'm busy and I forgot, kind of, it's not any bad, I'm not, like, deliberately withholding anything, I'm just maybe not that good at thinking of it sometimes. But yeah, I can try, I would like to try and do more of that stuff.
So, what would you guys like to? So we kind of have a possible solution to this. How else would you guys like to? I guess view this problem. Is there anything else that you feel would need to happen?
Yeah. Is there? What else do you want? What do you want? What else can I do?
I don't think there's anything else. I just think it's that over time, trust. But, I'd be able to, the trust would be repaired, and that will take time. And, but I could say just the affectionate part, just taking my feelings into consideration maybe of what I felt, and why I'm feeling like, there's no desire to be sexual and just being more affectionate in general.
I wasn't thinking about it in that way. I was thinking like, oh, just she doesn't want to have sex, but it's not like I just don't want to have sex, but because of these reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think on the surface level is, yeah, I don't want to have sex, but I mean, we have to think back of, you know, the part where you were unfaithful, and you know, and there's these feelings in me that I still have where, you know, someone else had you, like I had, like basically, you know, you were mine before and you were shared, and now that's kind of gotten me to where I'm at.
I'm sorry about that.
So you feel like having shared him like affected the relationship?
Yeah, I know I said that wrong.
No.
But yeah, just thinking that another woman had him it affected everything that I feel. It takes it back to why it's hard for me to, you know, be sexual. Someone else has been sexual with him. So yeah, it's hard. It's gotten into this, but maybe if, you know, like I said, everything would slowly be fixed. If he's more affectionate, if I feel wanted.
Yeah, that helps me. That has helped me understand it more, because usually at home she's just like shouting, right? Not talking like this.
Okay.
So usually it's just like it kind of goes into an argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we both want different, or I want it and she doesn't want it, and it's just an argument. But now she's explained like why what's, you know, where she's at. I kind of understand it more now.
So they are arguments. They are like verbal arguments.
Well, sometimes, yeah, not like really aggressive or anything like that, but I just get annoyed sometimes. And
What does
maybe-
she say to you in these arguments?
Well, she's just that she doesn't want to have sex, or not even that she's tired, but I just feel like, I guess I feel like it's just excuses,
Mm-hmm.
or felt like it's just excuses, and that, I think that's what annoyed me.
Okay.
And then maybe I would say something I shouldn't say, and then I guess that made her more angry, and then she gets angry, and then it kind of bad spiral, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so it's just arguing. But now that she's said like that, I feel like I get it more now.
So you feel like they're excuses? How do you feel about that?
That what? The me saying that like that we're tired, or?
Yeah, he believes that he gets angry because he thinks that they're excuses.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why he would think that. If I'm saying, you know, we're tired, we're busy, I can see why they can be seen as excuses, which they are, really. Yeah, they're excuses, but, you know, there is more to that, where we kind of drifted away, where I feel like I kind of separated myself because, you know, there's another intimacy level that we kind of lost, which is his affection towards me, and me not feeling wanted by him because he did, you know, go with someone else. So yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying like I would get annoyed because I felt like it was excuses. But I mean like now. I mean, she was saying these things like I'm tired, but I was thinking, well, but really, you just don't want to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
But now that she's saying all the stuff I've heard today, I kind of understand it. I wasn't thinking like that. I think I understand it better now. And hopefully if I can, you know, do more affectionate things, then hopefully it can change in a positive direction over time.
I feel like he's understanding your needs. Do you feel like he's understanding?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's genuine, and he really does see that, you know, there's more to it than just my excuses and just saying no, I don't want to. We're tired. We've been working all day. I think he truly sees that, you know, that there's more to it than just that.
It seems like stuff I should have known anyway, huh? But, yeah.
That's why we're here. No worries. Okay. So I guess going forth, I would say that communication needs to be a factor in the relationship. And I think, you know, saying exactly what you need, not the little gifts, not the little affectionate things, but more just not using excuses, so that you guys can start to rebuild that again, rebuild the communication, so that the intimacy can start building up
that
again.
would help me, I think.
Do you feel like that's possible?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can see it possible to work on in the future.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add about it?
I don't think so. It seems better now than it was before anyway. At least I have an idea of what to try to do now.
And for you, is there anything else?
No, just that, you know, I don't want it to just feel like he's the one that needs to try and fix everything, and I think it, you know, it should come from me too. Like, I should try, but seeing him open to making it work and him making changes really makes me want to, you know, make changes too.
Okay, well, I know this is, you know, going to be a process. I know rebuilding and the trust and the intimacy, you know, it's going to take some steps. So we will, we can go ahead and, you know, continue to do that. For now, I think we're going to end here, and we can start back up and see what you guys have worked on, if anything else comes up, and then we can go from there. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Fine.
Thank you so much for coming today. And you know, we'll you know, continue to make steps to help you guys build that up again. So thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your time.
Thank you.